There was a debate in Parliament recently on AI, and it was largely focused on jobless growth. But there's the issue of the compression of entry-level roles, which I felt wasn't discussed enough. So you see, we aren't just at risk of losing jobs. Some of those jobs we are losing are the training grounds for the next generation of experts. So AI has shown that it can automate fundamental tasks like drafting, data entry, and basic analysis work, effectively removing the bottom rungs of the workplace hierarchy. So this creates a paradox where senior experts cannot exist because the junior roles required to cultivate them have been engineered out of the system.
Paradox.
So the parliamentary debate, there seem to be two distinct frameworks for managing the disruption being brought up. While both sides acknowledge the threat of job displacement, they propose fundamentally different ways to intervene. The first way prioritizes job redesign. It operates on the logic that AI should not replace the individual, but rather the job needs to be redesigned. This is done through tripartite partnerships between the government, unions, and employers to nudge companies towards retaining workers. The aim here is to pivot workers from task-oriented execution roles to higher-level strategic roles. To incentivize this, the government provides subsidies and job skills integrators to reduce the financial risk of maintaining human headcount during this AI transition. How I see it, this framework is good to prevent social unrest by slowing down the pace of job displacement to match the rate at which the labour market can pivot. On the other side of the house, there's the proposal that adopts a more pragmatic view. Basically, if AI is too efficient to ignore, the government must manage the fallout directly. The proposal recommends a redundancy insurance and mastery funds to provide a financial safety net while displaced workers pivot to new industries via apprenticeships. So this approach is pretty economically efficient. It allows obsolete roles to be phased out rapidly so that human capital can be reallocated to more productive sectors. By having a clean break rather than propping up dying roles with subsidies, it enables companies to focus on AI-driven ROI while the government focuses on the human safety net. A hybrid approach would probably be the best for us workers, so we could have a sort of AI levy on sectors that have massive jobless growth to fund the mastery fund, and force companies to show that they have a talent pipeline plan in place to qualify for AI grants. If they can't show that they can produce future seniors from today's AI-augmented juniors, they shouldn't be able to get the funding. But the thing is, these proposals seem to prioritize the protection of those already within the workforce. Current workers win under both proposals. The job redesign proposal helps keep them in their jobs, and the one that offers the financial safety net and the mastery fund helps give them a financial cushion if they lose their jobs. So what about fresh grads and new entrants? One proposal requires them to find a company willing to redesign a role they haven't even started at yet. The other one requires a graduate to find a firm willing to mentor them through a mastery fund, even as a company considers moving towards an AI-first hiring freeze. So could it be possible that the government steps in to use the civil service as a training ground for fresh grads if the private sector refuses to redesign the career ladder because the ROI of automation is just too good? Maybe through some scheme where entry-level workers are deployed to work on public sector projects. And by providing the real-world experience that the private sector no longer offers at the entry level, the civil service could be used to bridge the gap to mid-level proficiency. Being profit-driven, corporate behavior will probably only shift when the cost of not training humans exceeds the cost of training them. So the market no longer provides the rungs of the ladder. Could the government and the civil service come in to become the stepping stone?